Let's now go to Katlego Legodi, who is in Johannesburg. Katlego, good morning. Thank you once again for making time for us. Tell us about the National Day of Action in Gauteng as being led by Cosatu.
Definitely. A very good morning to you again, Eldrin, and to our viewers at home. The numbers have seemingly increased from the last time that we spoke from the ground here at Cosatu House. We're coming to you live from Corner Simmons and Richard Streets here in Braamfontein, and this is where they're trying by all means to mobilize and gather their members to join in on that National Day of Action. Of course, also police on standby where this demonstration is concerned. I'm going to just step out of short for my colleague Gina to show you what is happening behind us. These are Cosatu members that are demonstrating outside of Cosatu House. They are, of course, we know very well that Cosatu has about 16 unions that form part of the federation, and some of those unions are gathered here today. And this is a federation, Eldrin, that has about 2 million of their members that we're expecting some of them to be downing tools today and forming part of what we are seeing happen today. This march is expected to move any time from now to the Johannesburg CBD, this being the Premier's office and other entities or other places where they'll hand in the memorandum of demands. I'm going to bring into the conversation now just quickly Amos Munyela, who is the Gauteng chairperson of Cosatu, just to let us in on where to from here, looking at the fact that the numbers have increased. There was a delay earlier on, but it looks like we are ready to move. Welcome to the SABC.
Thank you very much. We are just moving to Bram Park, where there's the Salga is there and the Commission of Human Rights. We are going to hand a memorandum there. From there, we are going to the Department of Employment and Labour at Smith Street. Then we'll go to the Premier's office and deliver a memorandum to different departments, including the Reserve Bank of South Africa.
Let us in, Amos, around the delays. We know very well that this demonstration or this march here was expected to start at 10 o'clock, but we saw that delay and the members are still trickling in as we speak right now. Let us in on that delay.
Well, workers were still coming to the march. I've never seen a march where we said we'll start at 10 and the march starts at 10. So workers are still coming, workers are still going to come. I can even delay it further with another 15 minutes. But then I'm ready with the number that I'm having. It's a very, very, very good number, taking into consideration where we are. Schools are closed, so teachers have went to their respective provinces. But then ordinarily we did not say we wanted to shut down the economy. We wanted to raise the issues to rescue the economy. Yes, that's why you see we are very much happy with the numbers that we are able.
Let us in on some of those contents in your memorandum of demands that then would see workers come out in their numbers. We know very well that some of the issues that you've raised around the issue of unemployment, and we've seen also over time just workers moving from just being organized in terms of the labor force, and we're seeing now Cosatu trying by all means to lead to the front in terms of making sure that the workers' issues come to the front. Let us in on some of those issues that you're going to raise and take to these particular places when you're handing that memorandum.
So we want government to address unemployment rate in our country. We want government to address this issue of the high interest rates. We want government to look into the issue of reliable electricity supply. We want government to deal with corruption and address the issues raised by the Zondo Commission, make them to be implemented. We want government to come up with policies which are going to create jobs in our country.
Have you been speaking to them on the sideline as part of the tripartite alliance on some of those issues that you've raised now?
Well, we've done so quite a number of times. We've submitted a proposal on the ESCOM Pact, if you remember. So this engagement are not the engagement that are starting now. These are the engagement that you can date back 3-4 years back when we're raising issues as it relates to ESCOM, as it relates to the economy, how jobs can be created. And we can tell you now that we are happy on a number of aspects, on the things that we've demanded to government, even the current things that we are demanding to government. Some of them are addressed. We issued a ESCOM Pact. The Minister of Electricity is implementing part of what Cosatu has proposed on the ESCOM Pact. We are happy about that. They are not going to tell anybody that this is part of Cosatu's proposals, but in part of those policy positions of Cosatu are implemented. I can bring you closer to Gauteng. We have campaigned for job creation. So today, as we speak, the Premier of this province is announcing 6,000 job creation for youth every month. So people can say these are menial jobs, But in those jobs are making sure that 6,000 young people are able to put food on their tables. So we have now in this province, through the program of the Premier, employed 18,000 young people. 6,000 young people will be employed this month. 8,000 are in the process through the program that was initiated in June. So we are happy as the Federation. It does not make a dent in the 34% unemployment rate in Gauteng. But in having employed 24,000 in a space of a short time tells us that government is capable of implementing. And we're happy that Cosatu has been pushing for this and government is listening. I can tell you that with mass gathered here at some point, fighting the e-tolls. Today as we speak, we don't have the e-tolls. So they can speak of who's paying, but the people of this province knows that Cosatu spearheaded a campaign against the e-tolls. Today as we speak, we've campaigned against the establishment of the state pharmaceutical company. Today, the Premier has announced in the state of the province address that the state pharmaceutical company is going to be established. A panel that is advising the MEC of finance is in place to come up with modalities of establishing the state pharmaceutical company. We have campaigned for the state bank, provincial state bank. The Premier has announced a panel has been put in place led by UNISA to make sure that in the coming 18 months, the state bank in Gauteng is operational. So the national health insurance, we have campaigned for the national health insurance through these people. Today, the public consultation of the national health insurance. We've campaigned for it. Many things that Cosatu has put together as policy positions are now implemented. They are not telling anybody that most of these things are the proposal of Cosatu. They are just implementing. We're happy, we're excited, we're very much happy that government is listening. It does not want to tell everybody else that this is what Cosatu has said to us and this is what we're implementing.
Mr. Amos Munyala, thank you very much, sir, for your time. He's coming through as the Gauteng chairperson of Cosatu, just confident in their efforts to mobilize their members to join in on that demonstration as we speak right now. This is the Gauteng leg of these demonstrations here. They're going to be moving anytime from now, Eldrin. They'll move towards Jorison Street, Simon Street as well, and try by all means to move to the first place where they'll hand in that memorandum of demands. One of those places is, of course, the Gauteng Premier's office in the afternoon, but you're hearing him saying that there's already a move and something that they're seeing from the Gauteng department and the Gauteng government in terms of making sure that to mitigate where those job or the issues of unemployment in the country are concerned.